Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel, to my imperfections. I am starting this video off without an intro. I know. Um, I was gonna do an intro, but I'm just so I don't know. I don't think this one needs an intro. I just don't want this video to be too long, to be quite honest. But as you guys can see, I am moving my stuff. I am moving out of this place. I did decide to take my desk out of the closet so that when it gets closer to my move out date, I was going to, or not was, I was going, and I did it again. I am going to basically break it down so that it can fit into my cousin's car a lot easily. So my cousin is helping me move, and I'm just getting my things ready in the meantime. I just didn't want it to take too long or just like any longer than what it needed to. So I got my things out, packed up, and ready. I say maybe like just like the day before. And so either the next day after this clip or the day after, I had moved out of my roommate's place or my ex friend's place, whichever, ex roommate, ex friend. Um, Yeah, I am going to be doing a story time about that. I will be mentioning it later on towards the end of this video. You guys will see me at my job. I literally was having my lunch break and I was like, you know what, let me just make my little outro. And so I did that, and now I'm just making a voiceover for this intro because I did not make a proper intro because I was just so set on moving out, and I should have actually, no, I was thinking about making a video while I was there to tell you guys everything, but literally, I barely had time to myself during like normal hours once after it was like official in my brain that after being like, I guess, semi or really just threatened and my ex roommate attempting to like manipulate me in a way to make me be more social with him or close to him, to where it was just like too much, and him just like constantly trying to listen to what I'm doing in the room. Like, I swear I'd walk out the room and it's so quiet. And if ever he's in the living room watching TV, the volume is on like 6. It's so low to where you can still hear the TV, but also still hear any movement, sounds, or talking. And I felt so uncomfortable. Like, even with my video of me braiding my hair, literally, I had to cut out a certain part because I was listening to him being right by the door. Like, it's just been so uncomfortable, so creepy, just like being with someone who's supposed to be your roommate slash friend saying one thing and then showing another. It's just so disappointing. But as you can see, pretty Penny, she's so adorable. I don't know if she sensed that I was leaving, but she's always very curious whenever I would move things around. So when she saw me moving all of my stuff, she was super curious and just like intrigued on just like watching me, and excuse me guys, and just she enjoyed being in that darn suitcase. She was actually getting ready to pounce at the tablet because I record on my tablet at this moment, and so literally it was just like so cute watching this back and seeing what she was doing. Like, I was not even paying attention because I was moving my things around. But yeah, you guys are gonna watch me move out, and eventually, I'm not sure when, but at some point I will give you guys a story time. I'm not very good at story times, but I feel like at some point it's gonna be requested, or I just want to document it. But yeah. Whew. Okay, I will talk to you guys in the next video because this one's not really my favorite. It's pretty boring, I'm not gonna lie. But oh my goodness, me and my cousin, we had a time. We were like making jokes and laughing the entire time. And oh my goodness, I just am so relieved to be out of there. But I hope you guys enjoy this short little episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, welcome back. I know that this video, it was very like random. I'm hoping that I did put some voice edits in the beginning where you did see me move my things. If not, then I'm here to explain. I'm wanting to do that. I don't know, so I don't have to do too much explaining. When I get super excited, I start to stutter, so I apologize. But I do have a notepad, and I have a few notes, not many, of what I want to talk about in this video, just to, I guess, have there be a moment where I actually like talk about it. Yes, I did move. I was at that place for a short period of time. I did put into another video, but I edited that part out because I was just talking a lot overall. I think that was in my video when I was like braiding my hair. There's a lot of construction going on, so I'm hoping that you guys can hear me. I have my noise cancellation on, but I don't know how good it's working. But yeah, I moved. I guess because I am away from that person, I can open up a little bit more about that because I don't want to talk about it multiple times because it's not really a big deal. It was just a weird situation, to say the least. It was me being roommates with someone who I've known for like some time. For some time. I'd say, how long did we know each other? I'd say we've known each other for about like 6, 7 years. And we dated actually when I was in my senior year of high school. And we broke up like a year and a half after I moved to California. We moved to California like a year and a half after we dated. And then I was like, you know what? I told him, I was honest. I was like, I don't think that this is something that I would continue because I don't think that I want to do anything long distance again. I've done something long distance when I was younger because I was too afraid to actually have a boyfriend. And going to school, I was like, yeah, nope, I don't think I want to have a boyfriend that I go to school with because that seems to never work out. So I had someone who I was talking to when I was like in middle school, and we were like semi-dating. Well, not semi-dating, we were like dating pretty much. And it was long distance. He lived in Chile, and I was still in Georgia. So with that going on, I was like, yeah, no, it's not gonna work out. And so with that, later on, ended up dating him years later because I'm not one who's like very big on relationships. I was focused on school pretty much, but I had my little moments of not being so focused. But I'm gonna get back on topic. So we haven't dated since like, it's been like, how many years? I really don't remember. I'm gonna just say like 4 or 5 years. And in between, he'd still do his best to try and date me. And the thing is that when I break up with someone, it's like the feelings and interest that I had before, it's not gonna be there unless you broke up with me. But then even with that, I have like a self-respect thing and principle to where it's like, yeah, I would probably accept your proposal in being in a relationship, but whatever has happened, that's like permanently effective, and it's not going to heal or be fixed. It just can't. At least with me, it's just not really going to happen, meaning that if we were to get into a relationship, it's not going to be the best thing. Like, it's going to be a lot of ups and downs. So typically I choose, I would like to have, like, if I break up, stay broken up, because the last time I've tried that, it ended up in a disaster. So yeah, I just prefer, if we're broken up, keep it that way, and let's not make it toxic. So he said for the longest that he was okay with being friends, because I said that the only way that we'd be in contact is if we were to be friends. And this is after him convincing me of being friends after like almost 2 years, because I blocked him randomly. I don't want to get into how I broke up with him, but blocked him, stopped talking to him, made it clear that I do not want to be friends, because I'm typically not friends with people who I break up with, because I wouldn't want my boyfriend to be friends with someone who they broke up with, which is why I'm also not really into people who have kids, because that's just like a whole thing. I don't want to deal with that. Like, you're forever connected with your ex. I don't want to deal with that. So until I've put myself in that situation by having a child and then not being with them. So because that's not my situation, I don't want to be with someone who has that situation, respectfully. So he then, after like almost 2 years, convinces me to be friends with him, and he'd do little things to make it seem like, you know, he says that he wants to be friends, but he's doing little things or saying little things that aren't really adding up. So fast forward a few years later, we meet up in Vegas, and you think that something happened, but I swear nothing happened. To describe him a little better, he's my height. I'm 5'2", and my type has completely changed since being in California. I'm not like, you know, someone who's like, oh, you have to be 6 foot tall. That would be okay. That'd be nice. But at least if you're like, I give you like, if you're like 4 inches taller than me, that's good enough for me. But if you're my same height, I don't think, I don't know. Your personality has to really pull through, because I really don't want to have my kids be set up for bullying, like, especially if they're a boy. So I try to think about that, because, you know, I want to think about what type of kids I'd want to try to have. I definitely don't want to have short kids, especially short boys, because I see them get bullied. I don't want my kid to get bullied. I know what it feels like to be bullied, so I prefer someone who's a bit taller than me. And I don't think I've ever directly told him that I wasn't attracted to him, because that's just a little awkward. I'm not gonna lie. Like, telling someone, hey, I don't think you're attractive anymore. It's like, ouch. So, anyways, I'm like trying to just skim through this, because I'm just not in the mood to talk about this, because I'm just so over it. But even in Vegas, he like tried to ask if we could have a connection. And I know, why would you want to be roommates with someone who's like obviously made a move on you? Honestly, I just needed to get myself out of a predicament and situation with my mom in California. Just being in the same house with her, butting heads, I just did not like it. It was so uncomfortable. And so I'm like, you know what? If you can take back what you said, or not even take back what you said, but apologize, because it's like, dude, I said that I was talking to someone before I even came to Vegas, and I was like, I don't want you to think that there's like anything going to be happening, and I want to put it, like, emphasize our friendship. And he wants to try and get, and he had the audacity to try and get upset with me when I had mentioned that. He was like, well, why are you mentioning or bringing up our friendship? And that's what let me know in that moment. I was like, well, he's getting upset for me bringing up my friendship, our friendship. That's a red flag. And I was exactly right about that. I wasn't at all surprised. He never surprised me with anything what he did, because he's just weird, honestly. Like, I end up moving in with him. I move my things that I can move. I put it in my suitcase, pack up anything what I can, come from California to Atlanta. And then we're roommates for about not even a month. because I was leaving to go back to Cali to visit, come back, and within a time span, he wanted me to spend time with him. Oh my goodness. You know what? I think I'm honestly gonna have to do like a whole story time on this because it's gonna be so confusing. I just honestly don't feel like doing that. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just gonna tell you guys that basically he thought that he was gonna get me to be more social and talking to him and chilling with him till 3 in the morning in the living room. Dude, if me spending time with you from 11 till 12 a.m. isn't good enough for you, I don't know what you expect. Like, we're not in a relationship, we're roommates. And he tried to say that if we weren't friends or if we didn't have anything initially, I probably wouldn't care about you not talking to me as much, even though we're roommates. It's just the fact that I know you. I wasn't working, and whenever I'm not working, I get so like uncomfortable to where it's like I don't really think that I even deserve to relax, and so I would stay in the room all the time, and so that obviously bothered him to where it was like it makes him feel uncomfortable, or he thinks that I'm not comfortable, being around him, and it's like you're a guy. I mean, to an extent, I'm not comfortable, and it's like at the same time, I shouldn't be that comfortable, especially when we know our past. I don't want you to keep trying to give me wine and then we're hanging out and you try to get close to me. It's like there's things that he's been doing when I was living with him, like constantly. Whenever he did have wine, saying that a coworker gave him barefoot wine. Dude, okay, even though we bought barefoot wine in Vegas and you thought I was gonna drink a whole 375 milliliter bottle, however much in milliliters. Can I talk? However much in milliliters it was, he tried to have me drink a whole bottle of it. Sir? Huh? No. Like, no. It was so funny. Like, I'm gonna have to do a story time because, oh my goodness, I don't like doing story times because I already talk so fast. I know I'm gonna lose a lot of you guys, but it doesn't matter. I just want to get it over with. But yeah, he was being a weirdo. He tried to have me get close to him, and then he thought that threatening me to move out was going to make me be social because he said that the only reason this is happening is because you're not being very social or whatever he said. I have the text messages, and he was just trying to manipulate me or basically make me bow down to him or give into the situation and his demands and be more social for his liking. No, that's not going to work. So I moved out. I'm somewhere much safer, happier, and finally working, and I'm happy about that. I'm just happy to be away from that guy who was giving very much predatory vibes. And yeah, he's never to be seen again, and that dude better not ever try to contact me. I'm also hoping that he does not find my YouTube because he's the type of weirdo to just like watch me and probably do something while watching my video. I'm just so disgusted and creeped out. Like, dude, you better not, and if you're watching this, you better not be watching this because I don't want you to even find my YouTube channel anymore. But if you are, hi and bye, and that's all you're gonna get because I'm not wasting my time with you. Anyways, as far as directly talking to him, but talking about him, because it was something that I experienced, I get to talk about it. So, But yeah, so I just wanted to end this video off by basically clarifying and saying somewhat clarifying, just like, letting you guys know that I have moved out of that place, and my YouTube videos are definitely gonna be a bit different for now until I get myself more situated. So yeah, definitely no like cleaning videos or anything like that, just until I get my own place. So yeah, that will be in the works. And then as far as my goals, I am hoping to, when I'm hoping, I'm going to be saving up to get a car this year. So at some point, I hope that I'm able to not be too much of a shopaholic because I'm not gonna lie, I do need clothes. The summer time is approaching and I need to get some summer clothes. All of my summer clothes are in Cali and I am not going to fly back anytime soon. It's just I get so tired of flying back and forth. I never thought I'd be so exhausted, but the jet lag, it's painful to deal with. My birthday is coming up. My birthday is May 4th. I'm turning 25. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a celebration because then I just told you guys I do want to save up for a car. So I have to put a priority over fun. But it's my birthday. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll share more things as time continues. But because I'm just starting to open up about that, I just want to do it bit by bit. And yeah, so this video was a little bit random out of the blue pretty much, but that's my life, random out of the blue, and yeah, still fun at the same time. So yeah, I dealt with someone who was supposed to be a roommate slash friend, and they decided to be a weirdo creep, and yeah. And I hope he doesn't think that I didn't know about that time of when I left the door unlocked. And then I had to leave the door locked every single night because the one time I didn't have it locked, this dude had the door cracked open and was looking at me sleep. And I don't know what it was, if he like made a noise or what, but I woke up and saw the door quickly but slowly try to like close to where it wouldn't make a sound, but I saw the darn door close and I almost had a freaking heart attack. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm away from that guy. Such a creep, weirdo, and so pressed. That's why you don't really have any friends. And the only friends you do have are the ones who feel sorry for you because you like to play the sorrow card and make people feel bad for you when you're literally deep down inside a bad person trying to be good. I'll give you an E for effort, but it's not working. So yeah, that's it for today's episode. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, okay. Bye. Oh wait, should I cover up the camera? I always do that. Why not? I'll put this down. Bye.